Hi, third graders. We've been talking about possessive nouns, possessive meaning ownership, belonging to. And a noun, of course, you know, is a person, place, or thing, or it could be an idea. But when we're talking about possessive nouns, we're primarily talking about a person, place, or thing. We've also been talking about singular and plural. Singular meaning one or alone. Plural meaning more than two or two or more. So I'm going to share my screen with you. You do need your learning journal because you are going to be writing in your learning journal. What I want you to write in your learning journal is a possessive noun can be plural. So we've talked about it being singular and how we add an apostrophe S to the singular noun. Now we're going to be talking about the possessive noun as a plural. So go ahead and write this statement right here. A possessive noun can be plural. If you need more time to write a possessive noun can be plural, you can pause the video and continue to write in your learning journal. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and continue on. Remember that a plural noun names more than one person, place, or thing. A plural possessive noun shows ownership by more than one person, place, or thing. To form a plural possessive noun, add only an apostrophe to a plural noun that ends with S. Now remember, an apostrophe looks like a floating comma. A comma is down on the line and an apostrophe floats up in the air. For example, all the students' eyes were closed. Because the apostrophe is after the S, that tells me that it is plural, that there are more than one student. Your eyelids' job is to protect your eyes. Because the apostrophe is after the S, that tells me that you have more than one eyelid. A plural possessive noun and a plural noun ending with S are pronounced exactly the same way. This is why it can be very confusing for you, because when you are listening to it, it sounds the same. But when you are writing it, you need to know the difference. Singular noun, you put an apostrophe S for a singular possessive noun. Plural possessive noun, you put the apostrophe after the S. That tells you that it is a plural noun. Now let's do some practice. So I have this phrase, two builders, strong hands. It's just a phrase, two builders, strong hands. So where do I put my apostrophe? I know that the strong hands belong to the builders. Is it one builder or is it more than one builder? Well, this right here is my clue, two. Two tells me that it's plural, so I'm going to put my apostrophe after the S, two builders, strong hands. The next phrase, there we go. Six nurses' office. Okay, so we know, whoops, got a little carried away with my F's. Six nurses' office. So I know that this is an office belonging to nurse or nurses. So where does my apostrophe go? Because there are six nurses in the office, I will put my apostrophe after the S. Let's practice another phrase. Another phrase that we will practice is three teachers' eyesight. because you know teachers are always looking around and looking at you. So 3 teachers' eyesight. So where should I put the apostrophe? Should I put it before the S? If I put it before the S, that means that it's singular, that it's only one teacher. But this says 3. So 3 tells me that it is more than one. So it's plural. So I'm going to put the apostrophe after the S. Let's do another example. The other example is the baby's eyebrows. Okay, when I look at this word, it does not say baby, B-A-B-Y, it says babies, B-A-B-I-E-S. So we know that that is a plural noun. Changing the Y to I and adding ES just made baby into babies, which is plural. So I'm going to put my apostrophe after the S. Let's do another example. 2 girls' cavities. That's not good. We don't need cavities. Makes our teeth hurt. 2 girls' cavities. Okay, so we know that these cavities belong to girls. We know that that girls is plural because of the word 2. So I'm going to put my apostrophe after the S. 2 girls' cavities, meaning that the cavities belong to more than one girl. Okay? So I'm going to stop share for a second to get out of what I was in and go to the next screen. I'm sorry, but I just lost you. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to share my screen. Again, Christmas possessive nouns. That's okay. I like Christmas, just like you like Christmas. Wish we could have Christmas year round, but it's only in December. But I know it's January, but we're going to go ahead and do Christmas possessive nouns. Possessive nouns show who or what owns something. Possessive means ownership, belonging to. Singular nouns are one person or thing. Are made possessive by adding an apostrophe and then an S. Apostrophe S. For example, the stocking that belongs to the boy is the boy's apostrophe S stocking. Now we're adding to what we already know. We're adding plural nouns, plural possessive nouns. Plural nouns, more than one person or thing, are made possessive by adding an apostrophe after the S, because normally when we make a word plural, we add an S to it. So if we have a possessive plural noun, all we're having to do is add an apostrophe after the S. For example, the stockings that belong to 2 girls are the girls' apostrophe stockings. When a plural noun does not end with an S, an apostrophe and then an S are added. For example, the stocking that belongs to the children are the children's apostrophe S stocking. Now remember, we learned about irregular plural nouns. Some of the irregular plural nouns that we would be talking about are words like children, mice, teeth. What are some other irregular plural nouns? Children, mice, teeth, men, women. Those are some irregular plural nouns. So in that case, if we're talking about something, we might put an apostrophe S. The children's apostrophe S stocking. The mice's nest. The mice's nest mice apostrophe S. The teeth's cavities, teeth's apostrophe S. The men's shoes, men's apostrophe S. The women's purses, women's apostrophe S. So even though these are plural, they are irregular plurals. So instead of adding an apostrophe after the S, I don't see an S there, so we would go ahead, it's an exception to the rule, and we would put an apostrophe S behind these plural possessive nouns. Okay, so let's rewrite the following phrases in the possessive form. Some of these will be singular nouns and some will be plural. The sleigh that belongs to Santa is Santa's apostrophe S sleigh. The hot cocoa made by my grandmother is my grandmother's apostrophe S hot cocoa. The present that is for our cousins. All right, right here we have a plural. That's plural. So I'm going to be doing it a little different. Instead of putting an apostrophe S, I'm just going to add an apostrophe after the S because that tells me that it is plural. Cousins, apostrophe present. There's more than one cousin there. Okay, the next one. The tree that belongs to the family is the family's apostrophe S tree. The next one. The songs that the carolers sing. Carolers. There's more than one caroler. So it is plural. So I'm not going to put an apostrophe S because the S is already there. I'm going to add the apostrophe after it. Carolers' songs. The next one. The nose of Rudolph is Rudolph's nose. Rudolph is only one. He is alone. He is singular. So it's an apostrophe S, Rudolph's nose. Okay, you will find this worksheet on a Google slide. So you can go ahead and you can print this out and do these on your own because I want you to complete the rest of this worksheet on your own, or you can do it in the Google slide and then share it with me. Okay, I can't wait to see your work.